6 months before the halving. November was actually the first month where this trading rule went in the market. So it's already at a nice plus 9% profit. Not like in a full-fledged bull market, but we'll rise slowly towards the next red dot, the next halving, in between blue and red. So I think this is an indication, especially those last 2 months, those yellow dots, that the bull market is building and around the corner.
The intricate world of Bitcoin is often analyzed through various models and indicators. The stock-to-flow model is widely used for anticipating price surges post-halving events based on scarcity and demand. With the next halving slated for April of 2024, predictions lean towards an upward trajectory in Bitcoin's value. PlanB has garnered widespread attention for his stock-to-flow model. His insights have sparked debates and reshaped perspectives within the crypto community and beyond. Within this intricate analysis, the discussion of PlanB's predictions and insights assumes paramount importance. His stock-to-flow model forecasts significant price escalations post-halving events, aligning with Bitcoin's historical trends. It serves as a guiding light for many investors, offering valuable perspectives on Bitcoin's future trajectory and market behavior. Join us as we explore the mind behind the stock-to-flow model, unraveling the mysteries and implications it holds for the future of finance and digital currencies. Decoding Bitcoin's scarcity, stock-to-flow model.
Bitcoin ended the month of November at a price of $37.7 thousand, and that's the highest price in quite some time. And with that high price, Bitcoin entered into the 1 standard deviation zone of the stock-to-flow model again. The stock-to-flow model is this gray line, and it's around 55, 60,000. So what usually happens is that after the halvings, and the halvings are those jumps in the gray line. In 2012 was the first halving, then in 2016, and then 2020, and now the next halving will be 2024 in April. After those halvings, the Bitcoin price goes up. You see that in red. The color, by the way, is the months until the next halving. So it goes from far away from the halving to very close to 0, which is the halving, and then it turns red again. So the halving is exactly here where blue turns red. And that is what I expect to happen in April 2024 again. The price will rise fast towards this new line at $532,000 Bitcoin. But for now, until the next halving, historically, these blue dots are touching the gray line again. And it wouldn't surprise me if we just slowly increase towards that model value of 55, 60,000, 55,000 K.
Halving cycles and strategic trades, Bitcoin's trading rules.
So the nice thing about Bitcoin stock to flow is that it's not just number goes up, NGU. It tells you when the numbers goes up. So normally those logarithmic time models or power law time models, they just say, okay, Bitcoin goes up and to the right. But with stock to flow, the halvings play an important role. So you actually see, and the model tells you that the jumps in price will be around the halving. So you can build a trading rule around that, and that's what we did here. If you buy 6 months before the halving and sell 18 months after the halving, so you would be in total 24 months, 2 years in the market and 2 years in a 4-year cycle out the market, then you would outperform Bitcoin buy and hold. So this is 6 months before the 2012 halving at block 210,000. So there's a halving every 210,000 blocks. If you enter the market, you would go with Bitcoin up, then out the market. So the value stays the same. You would miss the bear market. And then here you go in again, but at a higher level because you missed the bear market. Then you go up with the price again. and then out 2 years out, 2 years in, 2 years out, you would be at 130,000 right now instead of 37,000. And the good news is we are 6 months before the halving. November was actually the first month where this trading rule went in the market. So it's already at a nice plus 9% profit for November. I will be tracking this rule based on the stock to flow, based on the halving cycle for the next couple of months, years.
Market sentiment and numbers.
Technical analysis indicator. Technical analysis means that it's based on historical price data only. So no fundamental data like stock to flow, no on-chain data, just price information, like you would find on stocks or bonds. So this is RSI, Relative Strength Index. It's a momentum indicator. It shows you bull markets, bear markets, greed, fear. You could say it shows you the human emotion, and that will not go away. There will always be greed, there will always be fear. So you see the bull markets, 2013, 2017, 21. And you see the bear markets, and we're just recovering from the latest bear market in 2022 and part of 23. Going towards the next bull market, in my opinion. And again, here the color overlay is the months until the next halving. So the halvings are where the blue dot turns into the red dot. Here at 70, RSI 70, here it's at RSI 65, and here it's at 55. So historically, the halvings are in this range between 55 and 70 RSI. And mind you, everything above 50 is uptrend. So it means that we will, if that happens again, which is what I assume, we will rise, not like in a full-fledged bull market, but we'll rise slowly towards the next red dot, the next halving. And so that's very interesting to see for the next couple of months. In this case, the 200-week moving average. So that's almost 4 years. We just look at that's the gray line. The average price of the last 2 years is right now 30,000. And the nice thing about the 200-week moving average is it's always going up, never goes down. And Bitcoin, it used to be always above the 200-week moving average, but that, of course, has changed in the last bear market, which was therefore the worst bear market we've ever seen. So congratulations, everybody, if you survived it. This was the worst. We're getting out of it. We're now above the 200-week moving average. And again, here, the color is the time element, the months until the next halving. So usually the halvings are 2 times above the moving average, or in this case 50% above the moving average, and that would mean in this case that I would not be surprised if we see a halving at 45 to 60-ish. That range would be historically consistent. Price is a bit like the moving average, but the price is the average cost price of all the Bitcoins on chain. So there's 19.5 million Bitcoins. When did they last change? When did they last transact? At that price is taken into the average. So you can interpret this black line, realized cost price, as the average cost price of all the Bitcoins out there. But one disadvantage is that there's also the 1 million Satoshi coins in there. So those were the first million coins, and the price was close to zero, and that drags and drags, and that keeps this black line quite low. That's why I prefer to look at 2-year realized price. And that's the same, but only for the last 2 years of coins. And then an even more recent indicator is the 5-month realized price. So that's the cost price of the last 5 months. And it's also called the short-term holder price. What we see, what's important, is that Bitcoin is above all the realized prices, so above all the cost prices, and all the realized cost prices are increasing. And that is very consistent with earlier bear markets or pre-bull markets. Just before we go into the bull market, we see the Bitcoin price move from below all those realized prices to above the realized prices. Same here, and then it stays above all the realized prices, and the realized cost prices will increase sharply. So that's what we're looking at now. When will this realized price increase? And if you look well, you can see that happening a little bit. So we'll be watching that into the future. I think it will keep increasing from here. Bitcoin realized returns, the other side of the coin. So these are not the 19.5 million Bitcoins that are in the UTXO set at the moment. These are the coins that were sold last month, that were sold in November. So I look up the cost price, what did the sellers buy those coins for, and what's the return they made. It can be negative, blue, here in the bear markets. So this is where they cut losses, they sell at a loss. It can be red, and that's in the bull markets where they take considerable profits, like 50 or 60%. And right now we're a bit in between, at 22% profit, slightly below last month, which was 28% profit. But it's important to note that these yellow dots, yellow greenish dots, are in between blue and red. So I think this is an indication, especially those last 2 months, those yellow dots, that the bull market is building and around the corner.
Profitability in focus. Bitcoin's position in profit.
Bitcoin in profit. What we do is we look at all the 19.5 million Bitcoins. We look up what the cost price was. It's a bit like the realized cost price, the realized price. And then we count what percentage of Bitcoin is in profit. And that turns out to be 87% at the moment. So 87% of all the 19.5 million Bitcoins out there is in profit. Obviously, that's everybody that bought before 21. Only the all-time high buyers, basically, the 21 all-time high buyers are in a loss. So those are the 13% Bitcoins that are still holding on their losses. And bull markets are marked by red, where everything is in profit. So that's what we are hoping to see soon. Orange first, and then red, and that's when we know the real bull market has started.
Navigating market phases. Bitcoin's market cycle model.
The market cycle model cannot look into the future, but it can tell you which phase we are in. So there's 4 phases. There's a pre-bull market, then a real bull market, then a pre-bear market, and a real bear market. We can also call this accumulation, bull market, distribution, liquidation, but the name doesn't matter much, the color doesn't matter either. What matters is that we know we are in a pre-bull market phase. It's very distinct, and we're waiting, of course, for the blue to turn red for the full bull market. And well, I will, of course, notify you once I see it. I expect that after the halving, by the way. So that we'll have to be patient for another couple of months, at least 5 months, I think. but it could be earlier as well.
And that concludes the discussion regarding Bitcoin's metrics and models. We hope this exploration has shed light on the multifaceted dynamics shaping the crypto space. Remember that understanding these metrics and models provides a compass for navigating the ever-evolving crypto landscape, empowering investors with valuable insights and strategies. Stay informed, stay engaged, and stay ahead in your crypto journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth analyses and discussions on the fascinating world of digital currencies.